By the way, guys, shout out to my friend Radio Raheem. I'm over at his channel right now watching the video. Now, okay, guys, look, I want to talk about Loma Lopez. Now, usually I plan for the videos. There's no planning today. It's simply hit record and talk. Lomachenko 14, 1-0. Now, you know what it made me think of, right? Well, first, let me get into this real quick. Let me get into this. 5'7", what is he, 32, and that actually scares me, guys. I think Lomachenko, his days are numbered. A lot of wear and tear. That, 400 amateur fights, the Olympic career. Now the pro, his pro career, only 15 fights, 1 loss, which we know against Toledo was complete garbage. He cheated, low blows. We know that, right? So no need to recap. But look at the resume. Luke Campbell, right? Former Olympic champion, moving up in weight. Crolla, Pedraza, Linares, came off the canvas to beat him, to stop him. Not only beat him, but stop him, right? You look at this resume, and this is a veteran. Rigo, what happened to Rigo? What happened in that Rigo fight? No Lomachenko, right? Jason Sosa, remember, he was on the rise back then. He had a couple of good fights, looking good, tough kid, all that. Loma, he did pretty good. Didn't knock him out, didn't stop him. I wouldn't call Loma a knockout artist. So, look, anyway, guys, I'm babbling. Nicholas Walters, how could I forget? The Axeman. But you guys remember, that happened right around Christmas time. It was this really, weird top-ranked setting. They just, threw it together in their garage or something. Go watch the promo for that fight. Very low budget. I don't know what was going on. And I remember... Nicholas Walters, he had on this Christmas hat, like a Santa Claus hat, But anyway, I'm babbling today, guys. So, guys, look, here's my point. We have veteran versus, someone in their prime. Is Loma in his prime? I mean, it's debatable. No, I would say yes, no. Okay, if you look at it like a triangle, he's at the peak, but he's going down. I think Lomachenko has maybe 3 to 4 decent fights left in him, and I think we're going to see him vulnerable at some point. Because does it get any tougher than Lopez? I mean, who else is out there? Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, whoever, right? Tank Davis, I don't know. I think right now Loma beats all of them. He does, but it's boxing. Look, these guys have power. Even Tank Davis, he's like a little mini Mike Tyson. He's got that crazy power, so you never really know what can happen. But with Lopez, my thing with him is, he's green. I don't care what anybody says. Hang on, let me look him up on Boxer. Hang on real quick. Lopez, boxer. I'm on my phone as I'm talking to you guys, and I'm going to look him up real quick. Oh, crap. Hang on, guys. I messed up. I'm doing my voice to text. Okay. Lopez, boxer. All right.
According to Wikipedia, Teofimo Andres Lopez Rivera is a Honduran-American professional boxer.
Shut the hell up. We don't want to hear that. Here, I'm going to click on BoxRec. Okay, let me look at his record real quick. But anyway, look, the dude has crazy power, right? But he is green, never been tested. You can't put his resume up against someone like a Lomachenko. It's not even fair. Here, let me click over here real quick, guys. Hang on. Let me see if I can go back. We'll get a little Teofimo Lopez here. Where are we at? There's Ryan Garcia right there. The real fight, Cynthia Conte. By the way, shout out to Cynthia Conte. You guys go sub to her channel. I met her at several fights. Probably one of the coolest media, people I've met. For real. Very cool, very nice, and just has treated me with a ton of respect every time I see her. So you guys definitely go check her out. Sub to the channel. She's awesome. She works hard. And I don't think she gets enough credit. Okay, Teofimo Lopez, 15-0. So actually, they both have about the identical fights. Loma 14-1. So both 15 fights. But you look at the competition, right? Let's break it down. Who would you say Teofimo Lopez? Who was the toughest competitor he had? That's my question. Comey? I'm looking at the BoxRec right now. Jones? There's really no one. Okay, so. My point is, when you're put, but he's 22. Also, you got to think about that. He's got a 10-year, hang on, let me go back, guys. A 10-year, oh crap, I'm messing up here, guys. He's 10 years younger. He's got 10 years, youth or whatever on Lomachenko. Let's see, I'm getting distracted here, guys. Yeah, this is what I want to go to. I want to go to Ryan Garcia. Also, maybe I'll elaborate. Oh, we just watched Ryan Garcia. Guys, my video is not planned today. What am I doing? I want to watch Teofimo Lopez. Where you at? Where you at, buddy? There he is right there. Boom. And again, you know, shout out to ES News, because another very cool guy. The first time I met him was at a Canelo fight in Houston. And, you know, we had a couple conversations. You know, back then, you know, we were familiar with each other, but he's a really cool guy. I know, you know, you guys give him a hard time, but he's a cool dude in person. So here, let me hit pause right here. Let me hit pause. I'm getting distracted, guys. So my point is, you know, this is like that veteran versus youth. I mean, whatever you want to call it. You know what it reminds me of, and it's on my channel. You guys know I'm friends with Juan Diaz, okay, Baby Bull. It reminds me when he fought Marquez, or even Mike Alvarado Marquez. You have that age versus youth. Or Klitschko Anthony Joshua would be a prime example, you know, passing of the torch, whatever you want to call it. But I don't think that's what we're going to see with Loma Lopez. I think it's going to be very competitive because, again, you guys tell me, is Loma in his prime? I mean, that's a good question that, you know, it's really tough to answer right now because of all the wear and tear, things like that. You know, so I see Lomachenko beating, you know, pretty much anyone right now. You know, Teofimo Lopez, like I said, Tank Davis, Haney, whoever you want to put in front of him. But I feel like Loma's going to have a bad night one night. You know, because look, Loma, you know, he's the Matrix, he's all that, but he's not, you know, indestructible. And I feel like he's going to have a bad night eventually. You know, so we'll see. And, you know, either one of these guys, look, you catch him with one of these hooks this boy's throwing right here, and Loma's out. Lights out. Good night. And bam, right there. That could be Loma on the canvas right there, right? It could happen. I mean, look at Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. Prime example. Upsets happen, but I don't even know if I'd call it an upset because, you know, Teofimo Lopez, he seems to be the real deal. He really does, guys. But the weight gain, you know, and I think it was Ego put out a video, you know, showing the dramatic weight gain to Teofimo Lopez during the lockdowns and all that. But now this is a recent video. Max Kellerman just talked about this fight actually on ESPN. He was talking about how, you know, Teofimo Lopez, he's back in shape, incredible. You know, these guys are gearing up, you know, to come back to boxing. Thank God, because I am ready for some boxing. What are we looking at here, guys? Sorry, I got allergies kicking today. Let's go over to Ryan Garcia. Now, look, let me elaborate. You guys know my last video. You know, he's beefing with Oscar. Who's this? Mazza Productions. You guys go check him out. You know, he's beefing with Oscar De La Hoya right now. Now, look, I think they should have kept that private. Now, he did take down that tweet. You know, he took it down. But, you know, look, if you got a beef with your promoter, you know, do it behind closed doors. But I understand the counter argument, which was, you know, like Ryan Garcia said, are you my promoter or are you my hater? Like, you trolling me, brah? You trolling me? Because, you know, you're supposed to be like backing me up, building me up, that kind of thing. But don't worry, Canelo's going to come in and swoop on in, you know, like Captain Saba. Oh, I'm not going to say that on YouTube. Like Captain Saba. You guys probably know what I'm about to say. But he's going to, look, Canelo's going to come in. And I think he's going to steal Ryan Garcia from Golden Boy, because No Boxing, No Life will be the next Golden Boy promotion. You guys mark my words. I say this all the time, and people are like, no, bro, no, Canelo's going to retire. No, he's not. You know, Canelo he's got one foot out the door. I guarantee it. And by the way, I got a text from my friend at Golden Boy, and they're trying to put together a Canelo, Sergey Darby-Checo fight. Just so you guys know, the Billy Joe Saunders fight, it's off. Now, you can find that mainstream media, Boxing 24, boxing scene. Just Google it, right? You know, so I'm not telling you anything you can't easily look up. But what I can tell you that you don't know, that I've been told, is, well, maybe you know now, but I was told about a week ago that Canelo was, you know, put an offer out to Sergey Darby-Checo. Now, you guys know how I feel about Sergey Darby-Checo. Too many cracks at world titles here. This will be, what, number 3 in 2 years, I believe? Daniel Jacobs, Gennady Golovkin, the vacant IBF, and then now a third crack at a world title shot. Like, are you kidding me? Like, why? I get it. Competitive fight with Gennady Golovkin, competitive fight with Daniel Jacobs. I mean, I understand that, but you have to remember too, Daniel Jacobs and Sergey Darby-Checo, they were very familiar with each other. They trained together, they sparred together. You know, these guys are very familiar, so he knew what he was getting into. Gennady Golovkin, I believe, had a bad night. Okay, completely. Look. Context matters, guys. Context matters is my point. Now, let me elaborate on this Ryan Garcia situation here. Okay, you guys know I put out a video. He's beef with him. You know, he's saying, you know, whining about the money. You know, I want what I'm worth. Okay, just so I can elaborate. Like I said, I like Ryan Garcia. He's young. What is he? 21? You know, the dude's still wet behind the ear. He's a kid. Okay, so But my point is, we have people right now that can't feed their families. We have people right now that let me back this up. We have people right now that are losing their job, losing their livelihoods, losing everything. And meanwhile, you have this kid on Twitter, complaining like, oh, I'm only getting $1 million and I want 1.5 million, to go knock out a bum, And look, if you guys go watch my last video, I broke it down. I broke it down, what he's going to make. Like let's say the fight goes 5-6 rounds. This kid's going to make like $40,000 per round as it stands right now. So every 3 minutes, this kid's making anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 in that boxing ring. Now, I get it. Sorry, guys, heartburn. I get it. You got training. You can't just say, oh, yeah, but, he only fights twice a year. Okay, cool. Whatever, look, however you want to, whatever vantage point you want to look at it from. But my point is, to be a 19, 20, 21-year-old kid, guys, my apologies. My video cut out there. My memory got full. But anyway, I was saying to be, a kid of his age, right? Complaining about millions of dollars. Oh, I'm only getting 1 million, not 1.2, 1.3. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I think it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, And to have this beef with Golden Boy Promotion, now they're saying, okay, cool. You don't want a headline. We got Ortiz. You don't want to be the next Canelo, the next Golden Boy, right? There's plenty of people that do. So that's you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, I'm an advocate for boxers, even in the UFC, fighters in general, bare knuckle fighting, whatever you want to call it, getting paid what they're worth, right? But again, we can look at his resume. Who has he fought? What has he done? He's basically unproven, untested, and he's getting millions of dollars. And like I said, he is basically setting himself up, to be the next megastar in boxing. So I don't know. I think he's making a lot of bad career moves right now, with this like entitled attitude behavior. Like I said, especially in a time like this. That's why I made the video that I made. I called him a spoiled little brat. If you guys go watch the video, the one you're watching right now, watch the video right below it in my library. And I said, Ryan Garcia is acting like a spoiled little brat. And he is, of course, so, but that's my point. Here's what I say. Take one for the team, Ryan. If you're out there listening, maybe you watch my videos, maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe you'll see it one day. Just take one for the team right now. Why don't you help the sport of boxing move forward? Instead of worrying about getting 1.5 and not 1.2. But I understand. These fighters want to get what they're worth. But come on, bro. At a time like this, just suck it up. Take the hit, and then you got millions to come, millions and millions to come. And again, who are they going to put them in there with? That is my biggest, complaint is who are they going to put him in there with? It's going to be someone he can knock out easily. It's going to be, keep busy fight, whatever, a tomato, a can, a cab driver, whatever you want to call it. And a dude's going to walk out with $1 million. And look, he gets sponsors, he gets TV rights, he gets all these endorsements. So these guys are making a ton of money. So it's kind of like that celebrity cringe. When you see these like Hollywood people, complaining about, oh, I'm in my $10 million mansion and this is so hard and poor me. It's cringe. It's cringeworthy. Meanwhile, you got a single mom that just lost her job with 2 kids, in a 1-bedroom apartment that can't keep the lights on. So like I said, most of America is what, $400 away from a major financial crisis. I believe over 50% of our country is within a $400 to $500, limit or whatever. Dollar amount of financial ruin. If you need new tires on your car, if you got to go to the doctor, if your dog gets sick, whatever, $500 can devastate over half the country. And now with unemployment, higher than it's ever been. Look, I don't mean to get all political on you guys. I'm just saying that's why I thought it was a little bit cringe in my opinion. Okay, so anyway, back to boxing. So guys, also Gennady Golovkin, where is he? What is he doing? I don't know. I really don't know. From what I've heard, he's training, of course, and the Zermeta fight. That's what we're getting. We're going to get Zermeta, and then whatever happens next is whatever happens next. So that's what I'm hearing. Unfortunately, it probably is the right move to make. Hang on, guys. Let me go back here. I'm going to flip it here. It probably is the right move to make. I'm on my phone right now, guys, just in case you're wondering what in the hell I'm doing. for Gennady Golovkin. But, like I said, when you're getting $100 million, we need meaningful fights. I mean, are we gonna give him a pass? Sure, we'll give him a pass. But if you're going to give Gennady Golovkin a pass, then you better give Canelo a pass. You better give Ryan Garcia a pass. You better give all of them a pass. Because you can't just say, oh, well, they've all been on lockdown for 2-3 months and they all deserve a pass. So please don't be hypocritical. Keep it fair across the board. If you're going to give Gennady Golovkin a pass, then you got to give them all a pass, right? Especially if you look at the resume before the lockdown, right? And that does matter. Boxing, what have you done for me lately? Anyway, look at that hook right there. The power. I like the look. This kid is sharp right there. Textbook punching. Gloves are a little low, whatever, but I know he's training right now, no big deal. It's a little bit different when you're getting hit back. Keep them gloves up. And you see he's got, is that Grant? What is he wearing there? Grant? Can't tell. Yeah, those are Grants. Those are the Triple G gloves right there. The puncher's glove. And that's another thing. You got a southpaw versus the orthodox. We know Lomachenko. Right foot forward, right? And then, of course, Lopez, orthodox. So, what is he? Look, the thing is, like, I always think of Manny Pacquiao when I think of southpaws. That left right down the middle, just boom, that left. And I do see Lomachenko catching him with that, staying off to his right and just landing that left. But again, as a southpaw facing orthodox, you got that right coming, that counter punch, right, coming right back at you. So I don't know, guys. I'll probably leave it at that. I'm just doing a little bit of babbling. Anyway, like I said, oh damn, my battery's dying. Anyway, so shout out to Ellie Segback, Cynthia Conte, and the other channel. Here, let me go back. I want to make sure I give these guys credit. Although these aren't their videos anyway. What these guys do is they basically jack them from other channels, whatever. And this dude here, where are we at? Mazza Production. You guys go check him out as well. All right, guys, leave a comment below. And what do you think? Who wins? Loma Lopez? Do you believe? And this is I wish you guys would just answer this question. Is Lomachenko in his prime? I really want to know that. That to me is look, I don't know, guys. I mean, Lomachenko, he's an anomaly. Like he is just on a different level. But look, we're all human. We're all made of flesh and blood, right? And with that 400 amateur fights, the Olympic career, and a few hard fights in the pros or whatever, especially Salido fight and Linares, things like that. I don't know, guys. I feel like we're going to see him looking a little bit vulnerable here in the next 2 or 3 fights. So I think they need to put these fights together now, and I give them credit. I give Lopez credit, Loma credit for jumping right back into it. We don't need to keep busy fight. We don't need a tune-up fight. We don't need to shake the ring rust off. That's what sparring is for, right? That's how I look at it. And look, you guys know I've trained with a lot of fighters. I mean, and any fighter I've ever talked to, if they're being real, they're going to tell you, if I want to shake off the rust, we do a lot of sparring. So I don't need to go knock out some guy, some bum that shouldn't even be in the ring with me, to have a keep busy fight. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's a waste of time. I've never understood the whole tune-up fight concept. I really don't. I mean, and I don't mean this in an arrogant way, but obviously a lot of people out there, they've never been through a training camp. They've never actually, been to a professional boxing gym. These guys get tune-ups like every damn day. So I really don't understand that concept. So, in the comment section, you guys tell me, do you agree with tune-up fights? That's another great question I'd love to hear. So, and also I'll try to reply to each and every comment. You guys have a good day. Thank you for watching.